Whoa, 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 whoa. It's minifig. Oh, which channel am I on? It's the illusion reporting from somewhere on spaceship Earth. We made it another Wednesday. One more Wednesday, dude. One more Wednesday. Touch and go. Yeah, there you are, squad car. There you are, dude. Another sober Wednesday, dude. And here we are, fired up in the dream. Ah, boy, dude. What's going on, Smokey McPot? What's up, Mav? Good evening, Brendo. High frequency tribe, dude. So, we're here. It's Sober Wednesday. This hour of live streaming is dedicated and to provide a place for those who are suffering who may not think there is a solution. There is a solution. That one is God. May you find him now, but it's not that easy, especially if you are addicted to drugs, alcohol, overeating, suicidal thoughts, drama, bad relationships, buying stuff, selling stuff, whatever it is, whatever is getting between you and a bountiful relationship with God is usually addiction to something of some kind, of some way, of somehow. And so this hour is so that those who think there's no way out can understand there is a way out. There is a solution. It's not easy, but it is progress versus versus perfection. So with that said, you know, those of you who know the deal, share the deal. But we just ask that if you're not here for Sober Wednesday and you just want to hang out, that you be respectful to the chat. The chat is open to those that are looking for help, man, and may not understand that it's just your mind telling you there's no help out there. There's lots of help out there. There's lots of people that are willing to help, and there's lots of solution. With that said, I'm an alcoholic and a drug addict, and I found my solution and help through the 12 steps of Alcoholics Anonymous. This is not an AA meeting. This is not affiliated with Alcoholics Anonymous in any way, shape, or form, but we do read chapter 5 from How It Works. And with that said, should we open it up with the serenity prayer? Oh, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change and the courage to change the things I can and the wisdom to know the difference. It's funny, it's hectic in so many different kinds of ways and so mellow in so many different kinds of ways. And it's like, I think sometimes the struggle is just being like, why can't I be the mellowness and the hecticness of it all? Maverick, come here. And that's my alcoholic, drug-addled mind, dude. It's yeah, where do you think you're going, dude? Just roam the perimeter, man. Roam the perimeter, dude. You're not allowed to go off up into the hills where the coyotes roam, okay, dude? You're too soft. Keep an eye on those chickens over there. So with that said, let's just read the text here, and then we can get into it, dude. We'll get into it. Chapter 5, How It Works. On page 58 of the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous, 2 pages that offer a blueprint and a solution. How it works. Rarely have we seen a person fail who has thoroughly followed our path. Those who do not recover are people who cannot or will not completely give themselves this simple program. Usually men and women who are constitutionally incapable of being honest with themselves. There are such unfortunates. They are not at fault. They seem to have been born that way. They're naturally incapable of grasping and developing a manner of living which demands rigorous honesty. Their chances are less than average. There are those too who suffer from grave emotional and mental disorders, but many of them do recover if they have the capacity to be honest. Our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, what happened, and what we are like now. If you have decided you want what we have and are willing to go to any length to get it, then you're ready to take certain steps. At some of these we balked. We thought we could find an easier, softer way, but we could not. With all the earnestness at our command, we beg of you to be fearless and thorough from the very start. Some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas, and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. Remember that we deal with alcohol, cunning, baffling, powerful. Without help, it is too much for us. But there's one who has all power. That one is God. May you find him now. Now. Half measures availed us nothing. We stood at the turning point. We asked his protection and care with complete abandon. Here are the steps we took, which are suggested as a program of recovery. 1, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol, that our lives had become unmanageable. 2, came to believe that a power greater than ourselves could restore us to sanity. 3, made a decision to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood him. 4, made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. 5, admitted to God, to ourselves, and to another human being the exact nature of our wrongs. 6, we're entirely ready to have God remove all these defects of character. 7, humbly asked him to remove our shortcomings. 8, made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. 9, made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. 10, continued to take personal inventory, and when we were wrong, promptly admitted it. 11, sought through prayer and meditation to prove our conscious contact with God as we understood him, praying only for the knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. Praying only for the knowledge of his will for us and the power to carry that out. 2, having had a spiritual awakening as a result of these steps, we tried to carry this message to alcoholics and practice these principles of all of our affairs. Many of us exclaimed, "What in order? I cannot go through with it." Do not be discouraged. No one among us has been able to maintain anything like perfect adherence to these principles. We are not saints. The point is that we're willing to grow along spiritual lines. The principles we have set down are guides to progress. We claim spiritual progress rather than spiritual perfection. He can hang out here, Al, it's fine. Our description of the alcoholic, the chapter of the agnostic, and our personal adventures before and after make clear 3 pertinent ideas. A, that we were alcoholic and could not manage our own lives. B, that probably no human power could have relieved our alcoholism. And C, that God could and would if he were sought. If he were sought. If. I think that the if implies that, you know, it's not that... Absolutely, dude, but we're not here for that. That's wrong stream. So, with that said, I just need to decompress for a minute. Just gotta decompress for a minute, man. Today's been one of those days where, all right, you have to, you know, serenity prayer. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Well, you know, like today was one of those days where it was finally like I could organize the office, right? So the office is, no, do not climb on the ladder in flip-flops and you want to go put shoes on and do it proper, yeah, but I don't recommend it. Why don't you just go take Maverick and go run around? Okay? Hey, like, oh, no. You know what I'm doing right now, and I'm asking you not to, like, disturb, like, what we're doing. Just take Maverick out to the front and throw the ball and let the goats out.
I didn't come here for that.
Well, what did you come here for? No. You could have done that at any point today and any point in a little while. But like right now, this is my time to do what I need to do for myself, for my own. Okay, bud? why do you have to do that? Why can't you take Maverick out and play with them? God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's funny. Should I have just let him play on the ladder right there? No. Do I want said child to be disappointed that he can't play? He just wants to be part of the scene, right? But you know, I realize that this stream in particular, I do need to be kind of on focus, dude, about what I'm doing. Like, I can't be distracted over there with ladder activities, dude. That's fine for other times, but wisdom to know the difference, right? So anyway, today was one of those days where it was I finally was like fully like just cracked into all the stuff I've been not wanting to deal with in the office, right? Like, so we haven't really had the office, so it's just been a room full of boxes and stuff. It's just the overflow room, right? The stuff that's not for the garage, but it's not really needed in the house. It's just all the stuff in between, sewing machines and, you know, things like that, fabrics and stuff, all the art supplies and things like that. And so today was the day of you know, it's like it was finally there, so I got it all kind of organized, and yeah, ribbons, of course. And so one thing led to another, and it was like time to tackle the pile of receipts on the desk, like, you know, the pile of like receipts and just, you know, all that sort of IRS type stuff, to the adult stuff that, you know, you just don't want to deal with, right? And so, but today it just kind of flowed, right? Like, today was that day, dude. And I had been sitting there for like 4 months, like powerless to do anything about it, in the sense of like, it just couldn't, it wasn't going to happen like that. There was all sorts of moving parts to get it to where I was today, right? And so, you know, the wisdom to know the difference is like, I didn't fight it, dude. I didn't fight it for like the whole time. Like, I didn't trip on the fact there was a giant bill of receipts and paperwork to insurance companies and mortgages and all sorts of stuff, dude, that just needed, you know, just to be organized, right? Before they're organized again. And so today was the day of like full organization. So I've been in the, so I just spent all day organizing the office. And then there was a point, like I put the maps up on the wall and hung some stuff on the walls and, you know, just did all that kind of stuff, right? And it was like an all day affair. And then just like I took that energy and I just went right into Owl's room and like, you know, hung a bunch of like pictures and stuff on his walls and all that stuff. And the reason I'm getting at it is so you go through, yeah, organizing stuff, organizing the mind, right? But in a weird way is it does get to this thing where you are like, just no matter how much you organize it, you can't get it organized enough, dude. You know what I mean? Like, and you just can't get it organized enough, dude. So you got to know when to hold it, know when to fold it, know when to walk away, know when to run, right? And so it got to a point where it was like there, but there's always that last little pile of stuff in the middle of the table that doesn't quite go anywhere. It needs a trip into a different room or into a different space. And you know, if you take that thing to that room, it'll just start a whole new process of like, that thing's got somewhere to go, which is going to like explode the whole other space, right? So you got to be able to hold back enough and look at this pile of stuff and be like, all right, man, like that's the unfinished business for another time, dude, right? And accept it and be at one with it. And that's sort of, you know, alcoholism, right? You never, you know, we practice these principles in all of our affairs. we practice, it's progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. Oh yeah, fire's super help organization, dude. And when it's gone, dude. So I got to that point. I got through the stuff, hung a bunch of stuff out, and then I took a break and hung out with Owl and his mom, and did a bunch of schoolwork with Al. It's funny, like Al had the breakthrough with math today. And this all ties into sobriety. Like it may not sound might just sound like I'm talking about my life, but it does because so Al had this thing where we were in there he was doing his math today. And I was like, all right, today's the day that, you need to kind of like self-start on math, dude. Like, you know how to do it, and you need to like kind of handle your own business. And so he was in there, he did math by himself for the first time. What's up, bud? You can hang out. Al, do you want to hang out? Bring your chair over here. Here, bring your chair over here, bud. Come on. Come on. Yeah, don't fight it, right? All right, come on. Here, come on, bud. You want to hang out, dude? Is that what you want to do? Is that all you want to do? All right, come on. All right.
It's my bubbly.
I know it's your bubbly, dude. Here. There, have a seat, dude. All right, Maverick, you're good? Okay, everybody's good, dude. All right, so, yeah, there it is, right? You want me to open that? You got it, right? So he went in there and he sat and did his math today all by himself, and he comes out after his math and he's like, you know what, Dad? You know why math's been taking so long lately is because you're distracting me, and I need to be able to do it by myself. And I was like, dude, we've had it was like the breakthrough of breakthroughs, right? Because we both are
because whenever I did my math, so I came out, my 2 pages were done of my 3rd grade subtraction addition, and then after that, I came out. I was like, Daddy, it's better for me to be alone in the office whenever I'm doing my math. So then it'll make me do it more fast because I'm not distracted. And usually it takes me like each page takes me like 20 minutes. And whenever I did it today, each page took me like what? 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And sometimes it usually took me 20 minutes with Daddy's, and they're distracting me.
I'm distracting him, dude. And now I've become the distraction, right? So that's why I'm saying it is like there becomes this time where you just have to like move out of the way and trust the process, right? When we first started the math, like I was all, it's just like the beginning of sobriety, dude. It's all hands on deck, dude. It's super involved and super interactive because you're trying to figure out basic principles, 1 through 10, 0 through 9, really. Like you're trying to figure out 0 through 9, and then it becomes the thing. So it's like, for most kids that he should be starting the 2nd grade, dude, but he's already deep into like 3rd grade math and stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're like
show yourself or
you're like a self-starter, dude. Like you need to take responsibility for yourself. So we had like that kind of breakthrough. And then so I was move the ball forward a little bit. I was out transplanting some plants into bigger pots and doing all that kind of stuff today. And the goats were just bang, and it was making me so crazy, dude.
Yeah, and they're like wetting all this plant.
Yeah, well, they're just goats doing that, but they were bang, meh, and I'm like super repetitive sounds make me crazy, right? And I was sitting there struggling with, know when to hold them and know when to fold them, and I was just like, what is that? Why? Because they're just really saying, hey.
I think Maverick's.
Hey, you just gotta let me run my legs in here, and hey, and it's like one of those things. It's not like a bad thing, but I was tripping why it wasn't like harmony to my ears, and it just wasn't, dude. And so I was sitting there like an hour ago, just like trying to trip out on why I was so discontent, right? Like completely like annoyed about it all. Just like the sand in the gears. And the point I'm bringing is like I didn't even try to fight it. I was just like, I'm super annoyed about it all. Just keep moving through it. Moving through it eventually will be here,
Get out of there.
doing what we're doing here. And that again is why these things are like, what sort of sobriety is. It's not about like being comfortable. It's about being uncomfortable and being able to get through being uncomfortable by just understanding that this too shall pass. Like time is fleeting, time is moving. And what it's doing is like it will relieve you of the bondage of self if you're will just allow it to like spool out. So, you know, that serenity prayer is ignoring the noise. See, we all have our things, right? One thing I can't handle is repetitive noises. Like, unfortunately, the goats only have like one sound. Like, it's interesting, like the rooster doesn't bother me even slightly because it's broken up. It's not rhythmic. It's not repetitive. It's kind of random and whatever. But the goats are like literally they will not stop. And it's like the same sound over and over and over again, like on a loop. It's one of those, you know, we all have our.
Whenever I say the same word too much, it just makes me like what is?
Yeah, it's like when you ask.
How do I spell this? Like, what is this?
It's when you ask. It's like when you ask me the same question over and over 15 times in a row. It really tests my internal.
And the goats eat his plants all the time.
Yeah, well, that's annoying.
And they eat my butterfly plants.
That's more my problem than their problem, dude. So anyway, yeah, woodpeckers, dude. So anyway, that's my opening preamble. I don't know where we're going with it, dude. But so we're here hanging out. What do we got? What are we getting into on this sober Wednesday of
Hey Mav, what are you doing?
Surrendering to the cause and realizing there is a solution.
Lily.
There is a big solution, you know, and it really is just
Maverick.
keep moving forward
What are you doing?
and surrendering and being victorious in those surrenders constantly, dude.
What are you doing, Mav? What are you doing? Are you being silly, guys? Are you being silly?
Add sugar to black coffee. Why would you do that, dude? Why would you add anything to coffee, dude? Stuff sucks no matter what you do to it. That's why I drink it, man. I don't know. That's like that weird thing, dude. The coffee. I don't drink coffee for the taste, except the paraplegic. That is good. No. No, when you have the good coffee, like the paraplegic coffee, dude, you don't need anything, dude. Anything in it, dude. Just straight cup of steaming hot Joe, dude. What's that one? The one you sent me in the, whatever. It's all whatever it is, dude.
Yeah, bud.
I can't touch coffee, but a coffee crisp, dude. I'm gonna sip on my paraplegic coffee right here, right now. Look, it's all that thing, man. It's Pablo Escobar, dude. Yeah, the one in the blue bag, dude. That stuff was insane, insanely good, dude. Pablo Escobar, dude. I chuckle on these names, dude. They're genius. But I don't know, dude. It's one of those days. Like today, it's like I don't know, like that. Like we turn the corner. Like, you know, when you turn a corner in your life where you're like, all right, like I can finally see.
Maverick, come here.
Okay, see, Al, that's the stuff that's like. I know, but you're yelling like I don't want to hear. Like, don't worry about the dog. Dude. He's fine, dude.
He doesn't smell coyotes.
Yeah, he smells coyotes, dude. They're everywhere, man. Trying to learn and change habits, dude. Well, you know, you got to just return back to your normal state of being, dude. I don't know. It's what habits do you change, dude? Like punctuality is a good habit to have, dude. Except that can get you into trouble too, man. It's funny. Like it is really like a level of knowing when to let it go, dude. Oh, Mike's been gone a long time, dude. Ricardo. Mike's passed a long. When Mike passed 6 months ago. 6, 7 months ago. But coffee crisp bars are dang delicious. Back to where I was at, dude. With the whole thing. I don't know, dude. It's funny. You get in, you have the inspired rants sometimes about it. But I'm gonna. If you're truly, you never relapse. Are you truly an addict if you never relapse? That seems like a defeatist, like open door question, dude. If you ask me, dude, that seems like you're looking for a loophole. How low do you need to go, dude? That's like that weird, like clubbing, dude. I'm defeated. I'm defeated. I know you want to go hardcore on me. I don't need to go hardcore on you, dude. You can do that to yourself, dude. All I know is that question is itself is a loophole question, dude. Like, oh, dude, like I'm not an addict yet, like, 'cause I haven't relapsed. That's weird. That's a weird way to think, but I guess the alcoholic mind is cunning, baffling, and powerful, dude. It's you know, it's one of those things, dude. It's a personal diagnosis, dude. Only you know. Only you know for sure what it is.
Maverick, are you smelling spiders? Yeah, I know the whole thing, please.
I turned 28 this last Monday. It's amazing how many thoughts have changed your reminders minutes of just waking up one morning. Yeah. You don't have to hit bottom to be an addict. That is the truth. This isn't meant to be far out, dude. Well, again, you're asking like metaphysical questions about addiction that, like, at the end of the day, like, are they necessarily, do you need to be necessarily metaphysical about it, dude? Like, if you're an addict and you want to change, that's your bar. That's it right there, dude. Like, that's all that needs to happen, dude. And the thing is most people are looking for a cop out on it, dude. Like, oh, I'm not because I haven't, dude. Well, it's sort of like I always say, one of the best movies ever was and one of the best moments ever in movies on addiction was Half Baked. When he's up, he's like, I'm addicted to marijuana, dude. And he's like, you can't be a marijuana addict if you haven't, like, sucked dick for crack, dude. Like, it's like that thing, like who needs to set the bar at where it is? It's a personal thing, man. Like, so you know when you know, and if you don't, you might not have that problem, dude. It's a pretty simple, like, understanding of self. Like, well, why don't you take him somewhere else, Owl? Then walk him somewhere else, dude. Like you're right here, so he's playing right here, dude. Like, just let him go. He's fine, dude. Just let him be. Why? Ah, he's a dog, dude. That's what they do. That's what they do, dude. Well, why don't you go hook him up out front so he can eat dinner and stuff, dude? Can you do that for me? Hey, can you do that for him, please? Or go talk to your mom about it or something? God grant me the serenity. Well, yeah, but like I know, but like he needs to eat dinner anyhow, right? So, and I'm gonna be here, so go handle that business and come back, dude. What's the plan with the goats? I don't know. Let them be goats, dude. Let them be goats, dude. Plans? I don't know. They're just cool goats, dude. Have more goats. It's like, what's the plan with the rooster, dude? Yeah, it's beautiful up here. What's the plan with the rooster? I don't know. Let him be a rooster, man. Let him be a rooster, dude. Eat him if you have to. But it's a wrong chat for that, dude. Like, look, dude. Greg D, dude. Whoa, dude. Watch everything bloom in your life is after getting and staying clean. So much richer than experience any substance can ever give me. Fired up. Greg D, thank you for the, yeah, you can get milk. Greg D, appreciate the big red donation and support there. Look. I guess that's what it is. It's funny, like Greg D hit it on a certain note. Is like it is. It's like that, dude. Watching everything bloom in your own life after getting and staying clean, so much richer than any experience any substance ever gave me. Fired up. It's like that, man. It's subtle, dude. It is really subtle, dude. It's like, so that's the thing, is like sobriety is super subtle. Like, I think that's what the trick is with it. You only really know when you're not in it, right? Like the only time that I truly know like how sober I am is when I'm not that sober. And what I mean is like more emotional than actually physical, dude. Like when I'm like, so like when I guess that's what I was trying to talk about earlier. It's like when the goats are bang and I'm transplanting the plants, like, and I'm super annoyed about it. And I'm like, why won't they just stop, dude, for a little bit? Just like, let me plant these plants, and they're bah. And I'm like, my gears are grinding. Like, that's the moments that I'm like, oh, like 2 hours ago, like I was stone cold, super like laid back, sober, like Owl's like doing his math. I'm organizing things, hanging out, like, oh, like I was doing it. Like I was doing it for real, because, and how I know I was doing it for real was like, now I'm not, and I'm super annoyed about the sound of these goats, and like, it's hot, and I'm hungry, and blah, 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 self-talking mind, right? So you get to this thing where like the real thing that you know is when you're not there. When you're there, the beauty of it all is like you're there, like you're doing it. And then you keep moving through time and space, and you begin to reap the rewards. Like, right, the seed grows into a tree to produce fruit. And I think that's where we are here, like in that sense, is like the tree is producing fruit in that sense. And it's like, but it's that thing where like, so the other day I was slow to pick one of my cantaloupes. Like I waited like 2 days too long or something. I waited too long, dude, and I picked it, and it was like, it just had failed. The cantaloupe had failed. And that's like the thing with the fruit too. Like sometimes you forget to harvest your own sobriety when you're like sober, dude, because you forget, like you're just busy like being normal. Like that's what I mean, is like for those that are struggling, right? I offer this, man. For those that are struggling, there will become a time when you know, like, when the obsession's been removed. Like you'll start the thing, right? Like day one, it's just, it's madness. And then you do the steps, you do the work, you start to change, your body changes, your mind changes, your physical reality changes. And then you realize that I think the hardest part of sobriety is cultivating patience. Absolutely, dude. It's the key to it all, dude. Is patience, man. But the point is you get to this point where you're no longer obsessed with it, like, and you're not obsessed the other way either. Like you're not obsessed about not doing it, or you're not obsessed about doing it. You're just you just don't have the obsession's been removed, right? Like that's like the sort of the first big milestone is like, oh, I don't need drugs or alcohol. I can walk into like the supermarket and walk right down the beer aisle and not be like tripped out. Like I can sit with someone having a drink and not even like be like, oh my God, I gotta have some of that. It's just more like, oh, I'm having lunch with a friend of mine and they're sucking down a nice cold beer and it's like, it looks great, but I don't want one and I'm not gonna have one. And I know what it'll do if I take 1,000 of them, dude. And so that's a radical place to be, and that's like something that some people don't achieve right off the bat, and other like I think I got into that relatively early, and then there becomes this other time, this other space, which is I would say somewhat dangerous. You just become a regular human being. Like I'll hear people like, I don't want to ever label myself an addict or an alcoholic, like on that, like I need to, because I can easily at this stage of the game just become a regular dude. Like I will say that some days during the week, I'm just a regular dude, man. Regular dude in a Nissan Frontier, driving to the hardware store to build something, to pick up his son, to go do grocery shopping, go do some work, do whatever it is, right? I'm not an addict. I'm not an alcoholic. I'm not thinking about having a drink. I'm not thinking about being sober. I'm not thinking about any of this, dude. I'm not thinking about Sober Wednesday. I'm not thinking about any of it. I'm just out living my life, dude, without any of the bondage of it, dude, right? But in that sense, it's like, I have to circle back constantly and be like, I am an addict and an alcoholic. I will drink my face off if I'm not careful. Yeah, I'm 13 years sober. How did you get sober? Do you recommend cold turkey? I need to quit. Look, dude, I don't know about any of that stuff. I like go to a meeting, get a sponsor, do the deal, dude. Like white knuckling it is a fail, dude. Like that's not what sober looks like. Just on that, dude. Let me get your moniker there. On Ocean. Look, sobriety is not about the drugs and the alcohol. Sobriety is about the state of being. Like it's not about going cold turkey. It's about moving past that even frame of mind to understanding a place where it's not about you. It's about being of service to other people, right? And so the first way you learn to be of service to other people is allowing other people to be of service to you. Like you can draw, but like we not make a bunch of noise doing it. You don't have to be crazy about it. So like the first thing, like the whole thing is like cold turkey just implies you're gonna sit in a room and sweat it out by yourself, dude. And if you drink a lot of alcohol, that could be dangerous. But with that said, dude, benzos and alcohol withdrawals are lethal. So I don't know how much you've been drinking, so I will always recommend that you be very careful, dude. So ride on, stuck in traffic, flaming turtles, dude. And so again, the thing is you want to move over to the side, you can draw as much as you want. Here, but you're blocking my scene, dude. Ow. Ow.
What?
You're interrupting my flow, bud. If you want to draw, like, will you move on the other side of me, dude?
I'm going to. Hold on.
Serenity. To accept things I cannot change, the courage to change things that can, and the wisdom to say, hey, man, you're about to lose your privileges if you don't stop walking in from between me and what I'm doing, okay? Draw over here, dude. Just come on the side and draw, dude, and you're good to go. So what I'm getting at back to Ocean is this. Dude, here, draw on the back of this thing, dude. Here, there's a whole thing. Draw on that, but please try not to be so, like, disruptive. So what I'm getting at is on a certain level, drugs and alcohol, getting off a substance is initially a physical, psychological situation. Should be consult a physician about any dangerous associate. Yeah, I mean, like, look, that's the thing. It's like, that's why you should walk into a room of Alcoholics Anonymous if you're drinking a lot, and go talk to somebody or call central office and see what it is. And then they'll be like, so how much you drinking and this and that. And they'll be like, all right, like, we'll come and babysit you, dude. Or we'll take you to the hospital, and like, you can do a supervised withdrawal, dude. Like, look, again, Al, listen. Okay, can you stop being disruptive, dude? Like, come on, man. I've been rolling in your scene all day. Don't walk on that. What are you doing, dude? You're literally going out of your way to be disruptive right now, and I'm taking offense to it, dude. You're being ridiculous. Do not climb on that, dude. Al, listen. If you don't keep yourself busy for the next 20 minutes, dude, it's when I'm done, it's dinner and straight to bed. Okay? All right? Because you said you weren't, but you are now. Like, hardest part of withdrawal is the insomnia. Look, I mean, I'm not, again, is the hardest part of it all is just admitting that for most people that you've been running your show by yourself and that you need help from other people, dude. Like that, I think that's what Ocean's asking, like, in a weird way. That's why you're asking, is because you're like, no, it's not about cold turkey. It's about putting yourself into other people's hands via God, dude. It's about being with other people. Yeah, because you can't shut off your thoughts. You can't get a good night's sleep. You can't, look, maybe I'll swing it back. So when I was first getting sober with David and Joe up at the house, they couldn't sleep, dude. Like, any of that stuff, dude. I wasn't getting any little sleepy meds or any like gabapentin or anything to help me. I was just like, cold turkey, essentially. But it wasn't cold turkey because I had a group of people that were doing it with me, and I was going to meetings, and I had someone to sit and the people that were like, I would sit and talk to all night long, dude, like blah, 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 about whatever. And they would sit and listen and talk to me about what it is. And they would do what we're doing right here. So yeah, technically, in a weird way, you're going cold turkey, but that frame or that usage of the term implies that you're sitting in a room by yourself. I don't know how you get sober by yourself. I don't know how it works. I can't speak to it. I've never done it. I've helped other people get through detox and the whole thing. I don't know how you do it by yourself. I don't know how you get sober without going to meetings, without having commitments. All those things saved my life because I had somewhere to be when I wanted to drink. You get what I'm saying? It's not about the fact that it's not about the drugs and the alcohol. It's about the mind. The mind wants you to drink because the drink is the medicine, dude. Do you get what I'm saying? That's the medicine. The alcohol was never the problem. It was always your mind. That's why you drank, dude, was to get the mind to stop doing whatever it is. So you remove the medicine. Now what? You've just got a mind that is out of its mind going blah, 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 unchecked, right? And then you're going to grab a beer. Then you're going to grab a fifth of booze, your crack pipe, whatever it is, and you're going to go right back to where you were before, but you're going to be worse off because now you've wasted that initial moment. Exercising, Kyle, it's like you're looking for anything but what it is, dude. Exercise ain't gonna help. It's a component, like, but that's not the problem. The problem is here. Like, it's in your head. There's no amount of weightlifting or hiking or surfing or skateboarding that can distract you long enough where your body won't get tired and your head will be like, are you done? Are you done exercising? Your head's sitting, it's kind of, the reality of all it is super clear, dude. It's cunning, baffling, and powerful. It will wait around for you all day long. It will sit there, it will wait months, years, decades for you to give up, dude. Like, do you understand that alcoholism and drug addiction has no time frame? It will wait 10 years. I know people that have gone 20 plus years and thought it was a good idea to start drinking. I don't know why, because they thought that they were cured of it, that they were immune to it, that they weren't alcoholics and addicts. That's circling back, and I'm not blowing up the exercise guy and all that. I'm just trying to say is like it's a very focused thing. It's an allergy of the body. It's spiritual malady, and it's an obsession, dude. Right? So the first thing you can do is get the allergic thing out of the play, which is stop drinking, stop putting it in. But the spiritual malady and the mental obsession, that's got nothing to do with the allergy, dude. But the allergy will keep all of that going too. So you gotta that's why you need people, dude. It's a people sport, dude. Sobriety's a people game. You're talking to a dude that came in to sobriety hating humanity, hating human beings, not wanting to talk to a single soul, dude. When I met David and Joe in front of the liquor store, I was Hiroshima and Nagasaki, a dude who didn't want to talk to anybody, dude. Didn't want to communicate to anybody, didn't want to join any clubs, any cults, any religions, anything. I wanted to be left the F alone, dude. But I didn't. Now did I? I secretly wanted someone to help me, dude. I wanted God to help me, anyone to help me stop drinking. But I didn't know that it wasn't the drinking that it was the problem. The drinking was the only thing that kept me alive long enough to find the people that were willing to help me, dude. And then you find the people that are willing to help you, and then you realize, oh my goodness, dude, it's exactly the opposite of what I thought it was. Wow. So that's kind of where I'm getting at with this whole thing is if you pretend it's the drugs and the alcohol that's really the problem, you might find yourself in a worse predicament, because then you're like, oh, I just stopped buying booze and go about my business. I know plenty of people to do that, and you know what? When they get drunk again, it's a progressive disease, dude. Dude, was it a White Claw? It's a freaking Celsius, dude. Everyone's just looking for a weird thing. A White Claw, dude. What kind of sissy beverage is that, dude? I've never understood the weird sissy beverages people drink. Like, I guess they would have been Zima back in the day. White Claw is like the Zima of my time. Sissy beverage, man. Scotch, dude. Norman Mailer, dude. Yeah, go learn to drink scotch, dude. But anyway, you wouldn't want to do. I don't need you to do an LSD with me right now, dude. And weirdos, dude. Let's do LSD together, bro. Anyway, and so it gets to this thing, right, where it is, dude. Look, it's if you go back to the steps, we admitted we were powerless over alcohol. Why are we powerless over alcohol? Because it's saving us, dude. It's absolutely saving us. If the last bit of it all wasn't for the fact that I had a drink in my hand, dude, I don't know if I would have made it, dude. Because I definitely couldn't handle the babbling going on in my mind. Yeah, pretty much, man. Yeah, but but again, is how you stay sober is helping other people, dude. So addiction is the route to sobriety. I suppose it's one route. I suppose sobriety can be achieved in all sorts of ways, dude. There's plenty of people that have never tried drugs or alcohol that are far from sober, dude. Because again, sobriety is deeper than deeper than that, dude. You know, it's way. Owl, what are you doing? You know what, dude? Go into the house right now. What are you doing, dude?
I'm not throwing them at you.
Yeah? Where did that one land? Dude, what do you do? Why are you throwing things up in the sky, dude? Like, enough, dude. Enough. You're deliberately being disruptive, and I don't appreciate it, dude. Like, I've asked you now 3 times, dude. You can pout all you want, dude. Go get your shoes and socks on, and we'll kick the soccer ball around when I'm done here, okay? Okay, then go inside. All right, you're gonna get your shoes and socks on? All right. He passed the test. Because you chose properly, dude. Go get my shoes and socks on, dude. But anyway, it's Amazon's addiction, all sorts of shopping's a gnarly addiction, man. It's, yeah, people who never try to rewire the modes. Well, that's, I would say on the up note of the whole thing is like, to be an addict and alcoholic is a courageous spiritual path to take to get yourself closer to God. You know what I mean? People do all sorts of weird things to get closer to God, like, you know, jump off of cliffs and, you know, jump out of airplanes. You know, it's like my buddy Johnny in the wingsuit when he hit the cliff, dude. I hope he found what he was looking for right as he hit the cliff, man. Hey, at this time, do you experience any cravings or thoughts of using? I do. Rarely. It feels like it comes out of nowhere. Yeah, of course, dude. Like, there'll be moments like I'll wish I just want to have a drink. But like it's a superficial self-indulgent thought, right? Like, yeah, there'll be moments. Dude, the other night I was like, woke up thinking about doing blow, dude. I was like, what? Okay, then don't. Like, when I'm done here, I'm gonna make burgers and stuff, and so difficult sometimes. 7 years clean, good for you, dude. Good for you. That's no joke, dude. I know a lot of vets, man. That's solid. I know why is blow the one that still calls. Yeah, blow's gnarly, dude. Well, you know, because you get your freak on, dude. But it, again, is I'll think about drinking and stuff all the time, dude. But I ultimately know that it's kindergarten, dude. Like that's what I mean is like when you really understand what it is, like again, drugs and alcohol, psychedelics, all that stuff is literally playing in the sand. This is the way I describe it. Drugs, alcohol, psychedelics, blow, whatever, DMT, whatever you want, is literally playing in the sandbox of life, building sandcastles, right? Like sandcastles out of sand. Sobriety is the ability to get with God and literally be the architect of reality, dude. Like an architect of reality with slide rules and compasses and, you know, laser levels and all that stuff. So you can sit in the sandbox of life and, you know, pop tops, eat DMT or smoke DMT or whatever you're supposed to, stick it up your rear, whatever you're supposed to do with the DMT, dude. I don't know. Plant medicine it up, dude. But again, you're sitting in the sandbox of reality. Because when you get into the higher spiritual architecture of it all, you realize how fine-tuned your body is and how gnarly it is. I was doing those crazy heavy metal detox pads. Dude, I can't tell you how different I feel a week later, dude. And it's just that thing of like, dude, we're so screwed up as humanity on baseline, dude, that like you don't need to add anything, and it's figuring out what you don't need anymore. Like I don't need this, I don't need that, I don't need sugar, I don't need this, I don't need white flour, I don't whatever, like all sorts of stuff, right? And then you got to realize you're not going to be able to fight all the fights. So you're going to have to settle for the very best you can, you know? And so it's like that, dude. It really is like that. Yeah, three days of the pocket, huh? The heartfulness. Yeah, wrong channel, Matt. I mean, wrong stream. So it really does. It gets down to this thing of understanding that it's super simple in its complexity. Like, that's the weird thing about it. It's super simple in its complexity, dude. Like, you can struggle as much as you want, dude. What's up, Bird? Are they by the front door? Did you take them with you to the river the other day? Did you wear them to the river? Okay. All right. You don't have to rush. There's no hurry, bud. It's all good. All right. Well, just chill, bud. I get it. All right. So, on the way out the door, dude, your life's important, man. I know we all struggle with all sorts of things, dude. Sobriety is a state of mind. Various things keep us further away from it than cunning, baffling, and powerful. So dang true, dude. Cunning, baffling, and powerful. Thanks for the support on the channel, Craig. I don't know, dude. The young dudes that I know sober are killing it, dude. My buddy that I got sober with was 17. There it is, Kimmy, thank you. 17, still sober this day, dude. Canadian suicide line, 1-833-456-4566. Please don't kill yourself. If you're thinking about killing yourself or you're overwhelmed with it, dude, please call a suicide prevention number, 1-833-456-4566. There's nothing wrong with asking for help, dude. There's nothing wrong, dude. It's actually a beautiful thing you're doing, dude. Your life's important. We need you here. If someone could throw up the talk one, dude. I forget what it is. Resto Man, my brother. So look, it's again, is if you're having mental health issues, there's help out there for you, dude. If you're having drug and alcohol issues, dude, there's call central office, type in central office, your city, anywhere, USA, North America, Western world, and you're going to get some AAers and some NAers and some help, and you'll get sober, dude. You don't have to run this alone, dude. Again, sobriety is a team sport. We're out. You have to go back. You have to be here next Wednesday, dude. We're finishing up our hour here. I just need the USA suicide prevention number, dude. What is that, dude? Old days. See it the next one, dude. And I'm gonna help you out, Bird. Don't worry. I just got to get the what is it? It's peace and love. Yeah, free detox in every town, dude. What is that? Anyone shoot me the it's 1-800-833-TALK. I forget what it is, dude. Suicide prevention number, dude. It's first times. Right on, Lewis CE. Hold on, Birdie Bird. We're just waiting for the number, dude. It is 1-800-833-TALK, isn't it, dude? 1-800-833-TALK. Is that it, dude? Am I wrong or am I right? I forget, dude. I am? What is it? Yeah, it ends with talk. Like, the numbers can be talk. Al's heard this enough to be like, yeah, it's incorrect. All right, well, there it is. 273. Thank you, Kimmy. You're a hero. The USA suicide prevention number is 1-800-273-TALK. 1-800-273-TALK. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your life's important. We all need each other, dude. Life's a team sport. We'll see you next Wednesday, God willing, dude. Just ask for help. There's someone out there willing to give it. Good night. God bless. And 988 is also a number for U.S. suicide hotline. Bless all. 988 suicide prevention. Thank you, guys, super much. And look, there's a lot of veterans out there that need some love and help right now. And let's not forget our veterans with mental health issues and drug addiction. And, I think they're highly overlooked in our society, and they probably got some of the biggest weights to carry. So maybe a little, God, please help our veterans out, man. They need it. Their numbers are way up on the suicide thing, dude. So if you know a veteran, man, make sure they're okay tonight. All right. Good night, everyone. God has blessed us.